Welcome back, everyone. It is episode 25, February 10th of Beastern Boys Sports Talk. Finally, we're back. We're back after a couple days off from Friday. Just not a whole lot going on.
Spent the weekend in Idaho. Kind of boring. Pro Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
A lot happened though, NBA-wise.
Yeah, NBA, NFL. I mean, we can rip on the Pro Bowl a little bit.
So bad.
Coach hiring, and then wrap it up with our Super Bowl picks.
Mm-hmm. Even throw a little UFC 271
Oh,
in
yes,
there.
271. I do have my picks for that.
Cool.
Yeah, so, I mean, jam-packed episode for you today. Worth the wait, hopefully.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, and I think we just have to start off with...
I think we fire off with who we're picking.
Or with a quick appreciation. It is, as you guys are watching it, 3-month anniversary of me and my boo. You know, it's kind of crazy. We won't do it for, like, every month, but... You know, just like
3 months.
3 months is a long time.
I want to do 3-6 in a year.
Yeah, I thought, you know, maybe that's just going to be like a 2-week thing.
Yeah.
We're both pretty committed, and you know,
this shit ain't ending. This is not ending.
No,
like,
it's just kind of surreal how, you know, how we're very about this grind, you know, and it's just fun. Finally, have YouTube up.
Wednesday night on a school night. Like,
yeah,
we've been busy. You got to squeeze it in. You can't.
Yeah,
not giving up on it. So
it's been amazing, and let's just, I mean, bring into NBA trade talks.
Should we start with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's talk about the Kings first.
Yeah. What is your biggest trades, or what would you say?
How
them all up in order.
Yeah. So the Kings acquired Sabonis for
Gonzaga guy.
Yeah. For Tyler. What's his last name?
Halliburton. Tyrese.
Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton. I saw a little bit of his play because I follow the Kings media account because it's the best media account ever.
Yeah,
They're
them
so
and the
funny.
Hornets are both like really. Yeah.
Or just like social media, just the Instagram page. It's
Yes,
so funny.
yes.
Just pure memes. I'm all about that. Dude, it's like
all about the pure memes.
Dude, even getting obliterated by like 40 by the Lakers.
Yeah.
Posted. But like they kept posting about them, like this guy's their guy, and all of a sudden they just traded him.
Yeah,
which is weird.
so-
And I'm like trying to figure out what's their stance on Fox. Like I just looked up, he's averaging 21 points a game.
I mean, the last thing I've heard was that they think he's a future All-Star and they have no interest in trading him. But trading, I mean, Buddy Hield too. I mean, those are their two best offensive players outside of De'Aaron Fox. And to get back Sabonis, cool, but like you're missing the offensive production. Sabonis is great, but I mean, I don't know what he averages. I wouldn't say he averages more than 15 a game.
I remember, he is All-Star. He was at All-Star last year. He's a beast, even just on the boards. I think they just need a post guy because it's just the Halliburton guy.
Averaging 18.
How old is he?
I believe he's like 23 or 4 maybe. He's a young guy.
Fox is 24.
He's probably 20.
Yeah, he's 21. He's 21.
So that I can't wrap my head around it. I mean, I know that he's not putting up MVP numbers, but like just I don't know, man. It's like it's hard to think because Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, and De'Aaron Fox aren't winning an NBA championship anytime soon. But like, why not keep one of the two? Why not trade Buddy Hield, Tristan Thompson just for Sabonis and say forget Jeremy Lamb, forget Justin Holiday. You know, keep the Holiday brothers all in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care. I don't get that side of it. And I mean, he's so highly thought of. I've heard other teams trying to trade just for him. So I don't understand putting him in a 3-dude trade package.
No, yeah. He's super young. And I feel like, in my opinion, I felt like it's an even trade because you just got an All-Star.
Yes.
And I mean, you're giving up young talent, but I mean, I think it's like pick up the motivation for next year. I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like
It is. Yeah, I guess I just think it, like whenever we speak about next year's goals, especially in the NBA with trade talk, I always say do it next year.
Yeah.
Like let's not give out wins and let's not give another player. I mean, neither one of these teams are really a great threat to win even a conference, let alone make a finals run. But yeah, I mean, I think that between Buddy Hield and Halliburton, they probably both have some good years on the contract. Sabonis is kind of really getting his group. I'm really curious how he plays there because I always feel like he could do more. I don't know. I feel like he's better than what the numbers show. You watch him play. I watched him play at Gonzaga.
Yeah.
Really talented dude. So, should we jump down to Blazers? Because I just want to, jump down.
Yeah. So, what was it? I think it was like last week or something. the Clippers trade. It was Norman Powell and Robert Covington for
Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe, a 19-year-old. I guess he's supposed to be good.
Justice Winslow and Keon Johnson.
Yeah, Keon Johnson. He's 19, so I'm like, hey, that's cool. But it's like Eric Bledsoe and Justice Winslow for like arguably without Damian, like 2 and 3 best players on the team are 2 best defenders.
Yeah,
2 best defenders, and when healthy, I think Clippers are gonna win it. I watched those 2 play. I was like, that's just gonna be insane.
So like I don't even know who would run the point, but like, who's that number? I don't know. Whoever their point guard is now.
Simons?
No, I'm talking about the Clippers.
Oh yeah, Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, so like with Reggie at the 1, Powell at the 3, Paul George at the 2,
Yeah.
whatever, however you want to put it. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna try to put the best 5 on the 4. George at the 2 or 3, Kawhi in there. It's like.
That's
And then
scary.
throw Covington in there, even as a 6-man if he's on. They could be really good. I mean, next year they'll be a big threat. But keep in mind when we talk about these trades, second-round picks are really not important. It's a 2-round draft. It really is a 1-round. I mean, not that they're not important, and a lot of really great guys go into the second round, but NBA rosters have 12 guys on them. So keep in mind, these picks are not as important.
Yeah.
Paul George got traded for 5 first-rounders. No one in the NFL gets traded for 5 first-rounders.
So, saw that, and I was upset, honestly. I was like, what? I understand you're trying to blow it up, but like, we're not even good at like getting value. Like, where's the first round pick? Like, where's the first round pick? It didn't make any sense. That being said, all of a sudden traded CJ McCollum finally.
And keep in mind the 2 seconds you guys get are in 2026 and 7. So this isn't Lillard will be either long gone or he'll be sad, still averaging 24.
CJ just got traded to the Pelicans for, I think we got first round pick. Who was it? Here, I'm looking up.
It was I got it right here. So the Blazers got Josh Hart, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Thomas Satoransky, sorry I said it wrong, and Didi Luzada. First round pick projected actually, so it could be a second rounder. And then 2026 and 27.
If it's not, it kicks it to the next year.
Next year. Okay, I was going to say it doesn't just not become a pick. I think it comes next year. So
we get a first round pick, which is nice and it adds value. And I see all this and I knew we needed change. I said I would go. I'd said a month ago. I said, hey, if Blazers actually do something and blow it up, I'll start watching. I mean, we're suck now. I don't think this is. I think this is just a scratch year. I seriously think.
Yeah, I think. Well,
they've proven that. I don't say it as a rebuild. I think it's going to become a reload. I don't think these guys are here for long term. These are just all assets just to go get a superstar. I would love either Jeremy Grant or Bradley Beal.
So what do we think about that? And then if that first round, it's a good draft, man. Like I know that basketball's hard because everyone looks good when you're playing. Like all 30 of the top players look good in college, but playing against other college players. But do you think the ideal situation is Lillard, a top pick, and whoever you guys can afford in the offseason? Is that ideal? And have that be like a big 3?
Plus, also, we just cut down $20 million.
Yes. So it allows to really go shopping.
And I don't see Nurkic here long term. I think he's probably going to be out.
Yeah. It could really be a rebuild. It's not that I'm not a fan. There's nothing else you can do. No. If you sit around and wait,
I think for this year, Lillard's injured right now, and let him get better. I don't want him to rush into coming back and let's go play the play-in game. How about you just get better for next year? Because it obviously showed your ab was hurting and you got surgery.
I think the best result, you win a play-in game and you get swept round 1.
Yeah, it's
that is literally the best result. Is they keep winning and get a 9 seed and win a play-in game.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna re-sign Anthony. Big money.
If you don't, they're stupid because he's the last player in a decade to do one or to not go to college. He played at IMG, became eligible.
He's a beast. But it's just that whole team just wasn't very built around Lillard because Lillard's just not that good defensively, and it's just not a good defensive team all around him. So when you have CJ, who's not a great defender, just due to size, 6'3", 6'2", it's hard. It's hard for bigger guards. Bigger guards are just going to feast, and it's just better opportunity with switches.
It is hard, though.
It is. I've been saying it for years now, and finally it's happening. And I would love Bradley Beal would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I was even saying like a John Wall, who we haven't seen on the court in over 2 years. So,
Yeah.
have you seen? We talked about it. I'm going to forget it, but that he's getting paid $60 million to just hang out.
Yeah.
But anyway, should we jump down to the last two trades then?
Yeah. Also, report. They said, well, for Lakers after the loss last night, LeBron says we're just not on the same level, which means le GM.
Just want to throw it out there. Episode 1 called him the third greatest player of all time, and also said enjoy the retirement home. And so far, they've been quite a poverty franchise.
It was just funny seeing Russell Westbrook
like rubbing their heads like they're children,
whispering, "Please don't trade me."
I know.
But there's reports saying that they might do a Wall and Westbrook trade with. It seriously just means that it's the exact same player.
John Wall's a lot better.
Didn't they also just
John Wall's stat?
No, wait, when Russell was on the Rockets, didn't he get traded for John Wall?
So I don't agree that they're the same player. I think they have a similar play style.
Yeah.
Westbrook gets more stats. I think that the Lakers win more games with Wall. I really do. I think that he
hasn't played in like 2 years though.
Yeah, but he's super explosive. Like the problem is he's not like a ball handling point. I mean he is, but like Bradley Beal touches the ball more than John Wall did when they were on the same court. I want to jump down to what I call the bit. Just I don't want to bore with the Blaze talk. We're talking about a 9 seed, my guy, or a 10 seed. But
right,
we'll shoot for the stars next year.
All right, buddy. It's nice talking while you're it's so easy for you to talk.
Bro, until Steph's 44, I think we're going to be at the top. But this is the biggest trade. I mean, I think it hasn't gotten enough.
You guys are down by 10 right now.
Oh, really? Yeah. Come on, Jazz. Start messing up. I was about the 4 seed in the East, which is the Cavs. Really, really big move to go out and get Karis LeVert. I really didn't like the fit. I just really think it's a huge move because the Cavs they doubled what people thought they would be right now. Yeah. And the biggest thing they're missing is a major offensive second threat. They have the defense. They have not even offense. They have Mobley. They have Jared Allen. They have all these really talented bigger guys.
Young.
Yeah. And then you throw in Karis LeVert, and I don't know how much is left on that contract, but adding an offensive threat like that now and not later. This is now. Mm-hmm. This is we want to win a playoff series. We want to compete now.
Yeah.
So I also like that they were willing to get rid of a first, and they had a first round and 2 seconds next year, and they were like, "Hey, take them as long as throw us a second, and we want a player because we want a player now. You guys can take Ricky Rubio, take our picks.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be a 4 seed. I mean, they could keep going, but I don't see. I don't want to call them frauds, but I don't see the success back-to-back years at least. I don't know if that's disrespectful to them. I mean, so be it. I don't really care if I'm only Cavs fans, but
yeah.
There's not. They all went to LA.
Yeah. Seriously. Cleveland's just such an awesome story.
Super cool.
So young, and I don't know who the coach is, but I think he should be coach of the year front runner. I feel like it's just ridiculous.
Big fan though, and just super young, talented team, and I want to see. I can't even remember. What's his brother's name? Oh, Isaiah Mobley. So the Mobley twins were. I don't know if you watched any March Madness last year, but super fun. I mean, Evan's 6'11", his brother's 6'10". They played on the same team since elementary school through AAU through college.
That's crazy.
And his brother's a little farther in the draft class, so I don't think you throw 2 6'10" brothers on the same team, but just super cool story, and I love seeing the dude do well because he was not overthought, but wasn't in that top 3 consideration. I think I can't even remember. Let's see where he went. He went at he went at 3. Okay, so I was thinking more he's arguably had more success so far than Cade, but Cade's really started to polish that game.
Yeah, he's
really started to polish that game.
Yeah, I saw a couple clips and he's just beasting right now. And then hypothetical. What do you think about James Harden? Because there's been reports saying he's out, and then there's Steve Nash saying we're not trading him. He wants to stay. Kevin Durant says he wants to stay. And then I literally saw today saying he's screaming saying he wants out.
He's saying everything but publicly get me out. So I mean, isn't it tonight? Tomorrow night. Okay, so we do talk about
as you guys are recording.
Yeah, so as you're recording now, so something would have happened by tonight for you. Yeah. But they're an 8 seed.
Yeah.
And you have 3 star players. I know that Kyrie, we don't talk about that. He's a little special boy. He can only play in 50% of games because of his special problem. But it's silly to be. I mean, having Boston, who's struggling, and the young core is not looking as good as the young core should, and coaching, and Marcus Smart complaining, and But what do you get from that? Are we getting now? Because later doesn't help.
Yeah.
Later doesn't. I mean, Kyrie can leave next year.
And Kevin Durant's right now hurt. Yeah, he's hurt with the MCL sprain.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Are we going for like what you were saying? Are we going for like a Beal, a Wall? Are we going for the best available person a team's going to trade because that's how talented James Harden is? But does he want to go to like a lesser? I mean, they're an 8 seed. They're not a 1. They're not a. But they're right there in the middle. Like 8 out of 15 in their conference. Is he willing to go to a 12, 13, 14? Or is he like, hey, he doesn't have a choice because it's no trade. He doesn't have anything special. But what do you think?
I mean, I think the biggest destination is Sixers, what I've seen.
But for what, Simmons?
I
think that the Sixers, I hate Ben Simmons. I think he's a bum. We've talked about this before.
He's very athletic.
He's very athletic. I think he's stubborn for not wanting to fix his big problem. I think he's stubborn for not wanting to fix that.
Other than shooting, everything else about his
perfect
thing is amazing. I don't like how he's very uncoachable. I don't like his personality. That's the only thing. If he can fix that somehow,
biggest thing for me. 100%.
Then okay.
The phone in the pocket, the complaints, I don't know who his financial guy is, but quite an idiot for not telling him to get back on the court and just shut your mouth. Like, I hate to say it. I'm not a big fan of like shut up and play basketball. But
he lost like
$19 million. Yeah, I mean he's a young guy. He's selling he has 6 houses. He's selling 3 of them. He's selling 10 cars. It's like the money. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of just. And like I said, I don't like the whole shut up and play basketball because you heard that when people speak out with social justice. But in this scenario, it has nothing to do with it.
No, it's just, dude, they want to help you out. They want to become a better player.
And he quite honestly, I think that unless he's working on being two things. He either better be working on a Steph Curry like a lefty jump shot, like seriously, or he better be learning how to play the power forward position.
Yeah.
Don't you think that? What's the other option?
Yeah.
You come back trying to play point as a power forward.
At least hit some mid-rangers, dude.
Yeah.
Just hit some
it's not even threes. Like he could play small forward.
Yeah.
He could play a very good small forward, super dangerous.
DeMar DeRozan, he only shoots 1 or 2 threes a game.
I think he has 3 inches on DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
So he could be a gnarly. I mean, he could be not even near. I don't even want to say these words because it's disrespectful to Kevin Durant. But he could be a Kevin Durant height player.
He has potential.
Playing small forward without the 3-point shot.
Yeah.
That's you get a mid-range shooting 44% and 3-pointer even sitting at 28, dude, and they're happy.
Yeah.
So, just one more thing because we got too much Super Bowl talk.
Yeah.
This is about to be an NBA podcast, so that was good. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Chet Holmgren, I mean, the Magic are sitting right there at the bottom. I think it'd be really, really cool if we see back-to-back Jalen Suggs and Chet Holmgren played together. I think it's called Minnehaha Academy in Minneapolis, Minnesota. They played together in high school. They were 1 year apart in Gonzaga, and right now the Magic should be the team picking him at 1 or 2. So that'd be pretty cool. I mean, they won 3 straight. Jalen won 1 alone, and then they won 3 straight together, and then Chet won 1 alone. And so it's quite a...
Damn.
Yeah, so I think that'd be pretty cool. But like I said, really, I mean, we'll do NBA and NFL draft predictions, but really good draft this year for NBA. It's not weak at all.
Speaking about just to wrap up with the hoops talk, the Iowa girl.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
We're terrible at it.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Professionalism. Oh, my gosh. She's, like, basically Steph Curry. Woman.
All right, so Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Let's just pull up stats the last few days. She's just, so if a lot of you guys are probably onto social media. You're following anything ESPN. This girl's pulling up, and I don't mean like, I wouldn't even say Steph range. Like, this is like
ridiculous.
This is like pickup basketball.
Yeah, it's like high school and a little ball.
Yes, where it's like
where she points at the line.
But she's running, man. And like the perfect example is the Michigan logo, the big M. Everyone's seen it if you watch college basketball. She's pulling up from the middle of the M, like this part of the M, like over here, like
barely
2 steps in, 2 dribbles in.
Feet's barely even set. It's like she's like, all right, I'm just gonna shoot it now.
She has 7 games with 30 points, 3 games with 40. Wow.
Yeah, she just played
46 2 nights ago, or 3 nights ago.
She just dropped 32 tonight.
I mean, I'm getting Sabrina. I don't know how to say her last name, but the girl from Oregon who used to play with Kobe's daughter. I get the same vibes of just super talented, a super talented, insane jump shot. I mean, just the workout. I want to see I want to watch like her highlights though, because she's more than pulling up from 3.
Yeah. 27 triple-double. 27-point triple-double.
What?
43 points, 28. Like, this is just ridiculous. And
that's crazy.
She just shot 50% from 3-point tonight.
That's the thing too. It's not like she's shooting a bad percentage.
46. Wisconsin, she dropped only 25%, but then she hit 50%, and then 37. Like, it's way too efficient. It's like ridiculous, and she's only a sophomore, which is the craziest thing.
So, and especially with women's basketball, she might stay.
She's leading in points and assists
in all of the NCAA, and then she's averaging 27.4, probably 27.5 after a great game tonight. 2 more than any other woman. The other woman, and I don't mean to disrespect Miss Jasmine Dickey, but you're playing at Delaware. You're playing in a small conference, and there's no disrespect, but she's playing at Delaware. She's averaging 38. So I mean, they're not playing ranked teams. They're not playing. No. And then 4, and you heard me. Yes, 4.5 more points per game than any close man in Division I college basketball.
She's unbelievable. Number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, I think, I mean, unless there's some big, because she plays point, unless there's some, like, centers, I mean, big, not like that, but, like, a center or a small, or a power forward, unless there's some big that some team's looking for. Yeah, I mean, she's super excited to see, I'm going to definitely pay attention to this. It'll be a recurring topic if this keeps up even slightly.
Yeah, this is just insane.
Yeah.
I definitely am probably going to watch more of her games.
Yeah, I mean, and with stories like this, it makes the ESPNs of the world start to click on with Iowa women's basketball on national TV.
Yeah.
Because if you see that on, you should watch it. And I'm watching it.
Yeah.
You got KD shouting you out, man. Like,
yeah.
KD saying, you guys got to start watching this girl. She dropped 46 the other night. Like,
it's all ridiculous.
In a loss.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like some Dame stuff where you go and drop a 48 piece and your team sucks so bad. All right.
Okay, dude.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Yeah, so we'll do our...
I want to fire off just spread straight away.
Yep. All right. I'll do it. I'm picking... I'm square, but dude, I'm picking Rams.
Picking Bengals.
It's just
I'm taking it. Not even let the heart think. Like, let the mind think. I'm really confident.
Your mind's thinking Bengals?
Oh, it's not even heart. Nope. Matthew Stafford's been Mr. Hot and Cold. He hasn't had a cold game in a while. I'm seeing Matty Trash game, like 2 picks. I'm doing over on the picks. He's going 2 picks. It's gonna stay close, and if the Bengals lose, I really think they lose by a point. Like, I think they lose by like a Rams field goal win or something silly. You sticking with your Rams?
Dude, I mean, it's been I told you like all week. I'm like, dude, I have no idea who I want to pick. Like, my dad's a Ram fan, but I wasn't even thinking about that.
Is he going to LA?
Yeah, he is going to the game.
That's so cool.
I kept thinking. I mean, Joe Burrow. Like, we thought, like, no way he's gonna beat Kansas City. He beats Kansas City, so it's like, well, obviously, like, he's gonna beat the Rams. But at the end of the day, I'm like, he's going up against Von Miller and Aaron Donald. Mm-hmm. Like, with
Jalen Ramsey and Taylor Rapp, and I mean, it's superstars in every position of the defense.
I just can't. I know, you know.
That's what they said about the Chiefs' defense. The defense cleaned it up.
Not as dominant.
Games. Not comparable. But they've been down. I mean, every major news outlet had this team winning 7 games. They're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No one had them winning their division other than Bengals fans.
This is a true like underdog story. This is amazing. It's amazing. It's like
makes simulation. Me so happy, man. Like stories like this. Like we were sitting here watching like 2 weeks ago, just rooting for them. It's not. We're not from Cincy. I love Joe Burrow. Like,
story.
It's a story.
America just loves a great story.
For sure.
Seriously.
Going from not winning a friggin' playoff game when you could send a text to going to the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, it's not like I don't like Joe Burrow. I freaking love Joe Burrow. But
yeah. No, I get it.
And it's just like, dude, at the end of the day, it's like, it is at SoFi. It
is at home.
Like, we got
LA also has money, so I would not be surprised if it's majority Rams fans. Like, I don't mean that you don't have money out there in Cincinnati, Ohio, but like
those tickets are ridiculous.
They are ridiculous. And I'm saying, but the people who can afford that is all the millionaires who live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
They don't. The thing is, though, they don't have a lot of original fans. I mean, we saw that at every home game. But
I will be honest, my dad is a diehard Rams fan.
Yes.
Ever since he was a kid, so I will say that. But
I want to read you guys a funny little. Oh, I can't find it. Never mind. It was a fake press conference from Goodell talking about how due to back-to-back years of home field advantage in the Super Bowl will now be held in Dallas, as the Cowboys will never make a Super Bowl, and we can assure there will never be home field advantage ever again. And I said, I love it. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it.
Yeah. And, I mean, the thing about Bengals, I told Marcus this today, out of all cap space, Bengals are 4th. They have 56 with the most cap space in the NFL.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The top 3 are also like Jags, Houston. They're teams with no superstars, correct? Yeah. Like teams with no players.
No,
they're
Dolphins,
paying big
No one. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, they got the young quarterback on the rookie deal. Throwing money.
Receiver on a rookie deal.
Two
of them actually.
Yeah, I think Tyler Boyd or something.
One of them's up for due, but like the two, I mean, Higgins and Chase are not. They're years from being.
Brent get what? And I feel like even with this win or lose with the Super Bowl, you're attracting a lot of free agents
and you're contenders. So that's the thing. And
I don't think you're going to sign long-term guys because I don't think people want to stay in Ohio.
No, I don't. But I think 2 years, 3 years. Like 3 years, good money. I don't think you're seeing 5 years.
Sheriff, I think he's supposed to be there. The one guy I'm very scared about is maybe Chris Godwin goes there.
Wow.
Watch this.
See, and guess what, though? The thing, that'd be silly. Let Boyd walk and bring in Godwin. But the thing about that, though, too, is that
Godwin will be there for the first year.
So, part of that could also mean we see a 2-year cheap deal with a lot of money heavy in the second year because you're not paying him big first year when he's not coming back.
And then, I mean, there's always that Devontae Adams. Yeah, we got a balloon up there.
Little birthday party.
Yeah, little birthday party. But Devontae Adams, like, I'm scared about that.
Yeah. I mean, because if Rodgers retires, I think it's fair to say he'll find a new home.
Von Miller, Gronk said he wants in. If he comes back, he's like, I would only go to Joe Burrow.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. Wow.
They asked, like, who's your next quarterback? Because he always said, Brady's my only quarterback. He was like, Joe Burrow, dude.
I could see him wilding out with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Like, you saw, like, Tom and him kind of went real forward mode on it.
Silly, dude.
You could see some really fun stuff happening.
Yeah, it's just like $56 million, and a lot of them are on the rookie. I think Jesse Bates is already locked up, or he's like coming close to. You have to shell out on him.
And then I mean, you talk about cuts and trades. Like they're in. This is my big thing. The Rams are in position to be trying to hold on to anyone they physically can.
Yeah.
The Bengals are in position to win that division for 4 years in a row. Like, I know it's too soon, and they could not be as good next year, or not do as success. I mean, they're not making it back next year. I think it's pretty fair to say it's hard to make it back, but it's very possible. Yeah. They have the young guys to do it. They have the coaches to do it. They have the cap space to literally build a depth chart. I mean, we're talking about Chris Godwin coming back and having to fit him in between Higgins and Chase week 8. I mean, that's terrifying.
It's scary.
And Gronk coming in.
Or just build up the line.
And Gronk. Like,
you saw what the Chiefs did, just shell out all in all.
So that's what I want to see. That was, I have it in my notes. That's what I want to see. Yeah. If we see them, even if win or lose, I would love to see them literally take 70% of that cap. As like you said, they have the defense locked up. They have the offense not even locked up. They're on rookie contracts. Like outside of the O-lines, who all are trash. Literally, like I mean you made it to Super Bowl.
They're the worst.
The worst in the playoffs and very middle of the pack in the NFL. But the worst in the playoffs. They could shell up money, and I mean the Seahawks have guys up. I mean every team has a lineman who's up. Pick every best one. Hey man, you want money? I mean,
you got it.
People like winning. And people love to win. So, God, it's a cool story.
Also, I just noticed you just bet on Eli Apple.
God, I hate Eli Apple.
I just noticed, like,
Eli Apple and Trey Flowers are two men. They're both corners. They're both bums. Should we get into this? Well, do you over under? What do you want to talk about that for?
Over, dude. Let's have fun.
Under, hammer it. Life's short. Let's die. Sounds like a group chat called "Life's Too Short to Take the Under." I like to say.
I added him in our gambling
sports group chat
from all like my Idaho friends. So it's been like
it's been so fun.
It's been a crazy crossover of just
we're all just like
under.
I just think I don't mean the under because I don't like to have fun. I just think the under because everyone in America is pounding an over, and the Bengals have a decent defense. I mean, not top tier by any sense, but I was watching a film breakdown. I mean, literally just talking about them going from 4 down linemen to 3 and switching zones. Where it cut up, but I don't mean they don't have a superstar in every position like Jalen Ramsey, Taylor Rapp, Von Miller, Aaron Donald, but it's more the adjustments. Like I was saying with him, we saw Kansas City, the first half they were getting beaten. Hopefully you guys are watching, but with Tyreek running a streak and Kelsey running an out route and kind of an option routes, even of letting. I mean, they're all very smart. Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelsey deciding when they're seeing the defense, and then you see the Bengals defensive coordinator make an adjustment where they're dropping a man into that zone. They're not allowing Kelsey to get these open routes. And we see, Mahomes throwing 2 picks and going from 70% completions to 40% completions and 200 and change yards to under 100. I mean, it's not the people. It's the people because they have to make the adjustments too. But the Bengals defensive coaching staff doesn't get better than that. Making mid-game adjustments against an MVP who's won a Super Bowl and Patrick Mahomes and arguably one of the most stacked offenses we've seen talent-wise, from O-line to receivers to tight ends to the depth that they have with the receivers. Yeah. I think that they're going to try to take the deep threat of Odell away like they did with Tyreek in the second half. And then Cooper Kupp I know he's a deep threat when it opens, but he's more of a threat killing you on curl routes, killing you on slant routes, killing you on comebacks. Yeah. So I don't think they're going to stop him. Hell no, I actually have him as my MVP. But if that's the side of me where it's the Rams are going to win. But I do.
Pick Bengals, but Cooper Kupp.
But Cooper Kupp MVP. Shout out. We did throw that up. So shout out Eastern football.
Yeah. I think MVP. I gotta go with Stafford. It just shows even without a pick, if you're a quarterback and you throw multiple touchdowns, you're gonna win it.
My only worry with that would be with 1 pick. So let's say he goes 1 pick, 3 touchdowns, let's say 250 yards. If Cooper Kupp gets 2 touchdowns at 100 and change, I believe Super Bowl MVP is based off stats.
The only latest wide receiver has been Julian Edelman because there wasn't points scored.
Yes. So and I know that so. Maybe it's a conclusion of the game by writers and broadcasters, fans online. So it is right, but Malcolm Smith won MVP, the Seahawks linebacker, who was arguably the least notable guy in the regular season of the Legion of Boom and of that whole defense. So, not that Cooper Kupp's anywhere near least notable or least, but I just could see him grabbing 2 touchdowns, and if he grabs 2 touchdowns, 100 yards, and 9 catches, it's really hard to give it to Stafford. I think so, at least.
I see
OBJ.
Yeah, I see OBJ.
Plus 1,000 for OBJ. So, I think I actually saw it plus 1,200.
Oh, for MVP?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying touchdown.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have a little, I'm going to start going into my prop bet since we...
Yeah, we're already here.
I love it. So, it's time for love prop bets. Big prop bet guy. I think it's so much fun. So, I'm not going to bet on this because it's stupid, but just if I was. National Anthem. Over 95 seconds. 11 years in a row the over is hit. Yes, 11 years in a row the over is hit on the National Anthem.
Who's singing it?
I don't even know. I don't care.
I don't even know.
She can be the quickest ever. So the seconds changes because they have proof of people doing different seconds. The last line obviously is very long and sometimes it's completely milked out. I think Vegas would love for it to go under because literally everyone's going to hammer the over for the 11. If it goes 12 years in a row, we're going to see a ridiculous spread next year. But super big fan of that. Do you have anything Gatorade colors? Anything fun for me?
Gatorade colors. Oh, first of all, tails. Heads. I'm telling you right now.
Tails never fails, but I'm a big heads guy. I think that I was thinking that I'm always wrong. Yeah. So I want to bet tails never fails, but I'm always wrong.
Tails.
So we don't flip it. Heads.
Tails.
Should we do a dub on it each? $20?
Okay.
Let's do it. Just between me and you.
Me and you.
No, not the game. Me and you. We're going to sit in front. Let's do it. Loser pulls out the Venmo and sends a 20.
Okay. $20 for heads. All right. Wait.
Proof.
Okay.
Cooper Kupp, longest reception, over 29.5. It's high, but it's high in Super Bowl sense of lesser big plays because of the Super Bowl, but it's not high in the sense where I see the offense opening up, and I see even run after the catch. He'll take a slant yard 32 yards. So
this is Sean McVay not versing against Steve Belichick.
Yes.
Or Bill. Oh my God, Bill Belichick.
I was gonna say
Bill Belichick in the Super Bowl.
Trey's impersonation. Gotcha. So I got coin toss heads. I also like I said 2.5 in here. I'm actually incorrect. Bengals over 1.5 field goals. I don't know why. I just think, I mean, you don't go for it as much in the Super Bowl. You take your points when they're there. They have a really good field goal kicker. So you cross the 50 and give that dude 12 more yards. He'll likely, kick it through the upright. So I really like that one.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp MVP plus 600. I said Eastern bias, so don't bet on that. That's me being a degenerate. But
throwing $1 in there. Throwing $1 in there. I also as well with my pick, I just keep thinking about Aaron Donald, man. Like, he deserves this ring so much.
So what if he gets a forced fumble, 2 sacks, and a bunch of tackles? Could we see? I mean, Malcolm Smith won it, but he had a pick 6. Mm-hmm. He had a pick 6, a sack, and like 6 tackles.
Let's play the legacy game. Where would you rank if Aaron Donald wins
the MVP?
No, let's just say Super Bowl. Just wins a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Where does this rank him in all-time defense? And it's not a ranking, but like dominant defensive player.
Dominant, I think you got to push him in top 6 immediately. I think right now he's like, I mean, without a Super Bowl, and I mean he's double teamed.
Yeah.
So it's really, I mean, people that don't agree with that, you don't watch film. You don't watch football. Like,
what?
He's the most double. I think 65% of plays he's double teamed in the NFL.
Yeah.
That means literally 2 guys are on
Pro Bowl every single year.
Every year.
And then there's as well 4 defensive player of the year. He's just.
And the only reason he doesn't win it every year is because literally they put 2 guys on it.
Yeah.
Like, they're willing to let every other dude be in one-on-one with no backup.
Yeah.
Or he's getting chipped. Every time he's on single, he's getting chipped by a running back, which is where the running back, I don't know, some people might not know this, but the running back's coming out of the backfield, and instead of just running his route, is chipping a lineman.
I might be biased, prisoner in the moment, but I do believe once it's said and done, I think it's hard not to say that Aaron Donald's the most dominant, greatest defensive player of all time. I know old heads are like, well, you haven't seen Lawrence.
Yeah, and I also think that it's fair to say we didn't watch the last 20. And I will try my best to get updated, but like, I'm not going to have the time to go watch 1980s to now in football. I don't have 42 years.
Like, this is the most dominant.
20 years? I mean, I think
he's just going up against that one guy named Ray Lewis, dude.
Yeah.
That's seriously the only guy who I'm like, maybe, but no.
Yeah, no, he'll never be Ray Lewis. I'm sorry. He never just knocked people out cold on every slant.
Dislocate your arm. Dude, like, I'm coming in.
Put it back in. I'm going back in. The hard part about Donald, though, is that he won't. I mean, honestly, I have no idea where he ranks statistically of all time. Mm-hmm. He won't get there, and I don't mean that in a bad way. He won't get to the top sacks of all time because of the double team.
Yeah.
But we're talking about dominance. We're talking about if you go back and don't watch the game and look for the routes, but go back and watch Aaron Donald. Watch when the center and the guard or guard and tackle, and I mean it's. Or tight end, when a tight end's staying in the block to help. I mean, it's dominance I've never seen before.
Yeah, just like, and with his size, it's just like,
he's 6'1".
Yeah, he's 6'1".
He's not 6'6".
Damian Lillard's taller than him.
Steph Curry has 2 inches on him.
Like, ridiculous.
That's so silly. That is so silly.
And Bray weighs like 4 or 5 times.
He would take Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and launch them back and then sack the quarterback.
The dude benches 500 pounds.
I mean, his off-season training is his trainer with dull knives trying to hit him and him block. I mean, it's the work ethic's there, the knowledge is there. Super nice guy, smile on his face, like really hard to hate.
He's just a beast.
Before I get into the really silly odds, I just want to throw this out there. So this is the American Gambling Association. They try to tie in legal and non-legal sports gambling. As we know, some states still aren't legal. We live in a state that's just legal. So $7.61 billion is expected to be put down by Americans. Over 36 million Americans are expected to gamble on that. That is up 75%, and the money is up almost 80%.
Whoa.
So I don't know if that's our stock market doing better, more Americans having jobs, no COVID, but $7.61 billion on one game. So those of you who think gambling's stupid, please. I mean, call it stupid. It's not a great thing, but
for
please, today expected to be upwards of 8 million, 8 billion, 8 Bs. So just throwing it out there. Every state that legalizes it has over $1 billion of profit month one. 7 or 8 billion and 36 million Americans are. That's absurd. absurd. Like, we'll break every record by 5x. Like, it's so crazy. Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Gamble responsibly.
Yeah, gamble responsibly, but...
Dude.
That's so crazy.
How is this... Yeah.
I have real...
Little predictions on awards. NFL awards. Because that's supposed to be tomorrow, I think.
Is it really?
Either Thursday or it might be the day, like Saturday or something. I remember the award show is like supposed to come up like within the next couple days.
Okay.
Let's say Coach of the Year. I gotta go with Bengals.
I was thinking the same thing. It's the only thing that come in my head.
Like right now, it's like
I don't mean to like be recency bias, but most improved player too. Like comeback player of the year.
Comeback player of the year. Joe Burrow. I mean,
tore his ACL.
Dak Prescott might.
But
statistically,
yeah, and I don't want to be a hater, but you have to win playoff games and you have to show up in big games. We can't beat up that worst.
Just because
division.
You went 6-0 in your own division.
Into the worst division, arguably in the history of football. Like they've literally never been worse in the history of football. So I mean, no disrespect to him and cool comeback story, and I mean I love everything Dak stands for with standing for his whole thing with his brother, the whole. I mean I love that. I mean really cool.
Love
story.
The guy. He's just like
big Cowboys hater though, and I just really don't think it's.
And then defensive rookie of the year is Micah
Parsons, no question, no ifs, ands, or buts.
Dude, is the Bengals really about to run this?
He's about to run. They might get 3 awards. Offensive Player of the Year.
Jamar Chase.
Offensive Rookie of the Year was Jamar Chase.
Not even close. Defensive Player of the Year. I think there's one guy.
God, I want to say Micah Parsons. It's really hard to win both. You don't think...
TJ Watt, dude.
No, I know. Stats. Film says no. Stats say yes. If we're going just off stats, but you watch Micah Parsons play 4 positions and get sacks, fumbles, picks, tackles. It's not debatable, but stats, yes. And we're talking
even with
awards.
the film. I mean, you look at TJ Watt, just in his own position, just like it's him, and like no one else,
and missing 3 games. Okay, I agree. I would like to see just because
he would have broken the record if he was healthy.
Yes, I think he could have broken it by 2 sacks.
Yeah,
a sack in each game.
Oh, 100%.
He would have broken it and probably won it by 2.5. So.
Oh, absolutely. And then offensive player of the year.
Cooper Kupp. It's the only option.
Yeah.
It's the only option.
I love Jonathan Taylor, but...
We've said it before, MVP... I mean, I hope in my lifetime it gets changed to the quarterback of the year. Mm-hmm. Because no one wins it by the quarterback. I would love to see that happen. If we're not going to see that happen, I'm going to call it that because Cooper Kupp deserves the MVP, but it's a quarterback's award, so he'll get offensive. Aaron can take MVP.
Yeah, I'm saying Aaron. Or...
And he'll ride off in the sunset.
I think media might twitch it a little bit, and they might put... when did they do award voting for it?
At the last game of the season.
Okay. If
doesn't
it was like a couple, like literally like a week ago, they would have said Brady by 1 million.
Just for the retirement and the best stats of his career.
Yeah, but yeah.
Most of these predictions won't have the Bengals getting those 3 awards.
Kovato will win it.
Kovato. He would be his 4th award. Mm-hmm. I think it's very well deserved. I found it really comical when he was on the Pat McAfee show, speaking about the vid, and he was like just talking about how he's like, they'll never let me win an MVP. He literally did everything to make it so if the media doesn't give him an MVP, it's non-football related, which would have, I would be livid. I'm not even the biggest Packers nor Aaron. I mean, I like Aaron, but I would be livid because you not giving it to Aaron makes it turn into a politics thing, and it's not.
Yeah.
So he's very well deserving of it. Stats and film. I think the film shows better than the stats, and the stats are amazing. The film shows better just off the balls he throws that are just like, what?
Yeah. I mean that's that for the award show, and then
I have one more silly prop bet I want to say to wrap up football.
Okay.
Gatorade color.
Oh yeah.
Big lime, the yellow color. Big yellow guy. Love that. Plus 600. It's only happened twice in the last 10 years. Players love it. Why would you not love the yellow? Come on. So.
It's actually been a trendy color, I'll be honest. A lot. I love that flavor.
Love it.
That's
one of the best. That and orange. You can't hate that or orange. What are you thinking?
I might say... I gotta say purple, man.
Purple? You're like minus or plus $1 on purple. Let's just see... I heard, could be wrong, that between the coin toss and the Gatorade, $500 million is expected to be put. I'm not kidding. I saw that.
That's ridiculous.
Listen, it's just a prediction as it is Wednesday for us, Thursday for you listening.
That's ridiculous. That is insane.
So, purple plus 1,000. Reds plus red or pink is plus 800. Clear is plus 450. Clears are good and real underrated. The Gatorade one? Gatorade? Go try that.
Oh, dude, Gatorade. Gatorade sees my day.
I had, literally, some reason I'm alive. I had plus 600 for lime. Some you find anywhere from plus 450 to plus 600. Blue and orange are the top two, which is and then let's just go through. They're plus 200 and plus 300. The last few years have been Bucks were blue, Chiefs were orange, Patriots were blue, Eagles were yellow. Patriots 2017 none. How lame. What did Billy No Fun say? Don't dump it on me. And then orange, blue, purple, orange. Orange is the common. Mm-hmm. Would love to see a yellow. So, just throwing it out there. Super fun. I mean, just super silly. Like, obviously, please don't put your money on this. I will not be. You shouldn't either. It's such a joke. But I just love how you literally can find anything. I mean, there's prop bets on who they show after the national anthem. What athlete do they show during the national anthem? Which head coach is shown before and after the national anthem first? Which artist comes out first at halftime? Which artist performs last? Is there a new song? Which song is the longest? I mean, if you want to be an idiot and place money on Hail Mary prop bets.
I say first artist Eminem and then first song is Real Slim Shady.
So he's plus 800 and it's the least likely. I remember this. I believe Mary J. Blige, which I like some of her music. I think she's a plus 150 is the most likely.
It's for Detroit. That's for Detroit.
I think that the Eminem will last is for Detroit. That's what I think. I think having him end it, but I don't mean to be a hater, but big fan of it not being pop artists. Like I don't mean to be anything rude, but having to be
Bruno Mars for like the 8th.
Bruno Mars and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's
don't care anymore.
No one cares, and I don't mean this in a stereotypical way, but most hardcore NFL fans aren't really big Bruno Mars fans. So just throwing it out.
The Weeknd was kind of cool last year.
The Weeknd was cool. A lot of big hits.
Yeah. That was actually super.
Yeah.
The choreography was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's why I'm excited to see this. Yeah. I'm excited to see all these. I mean, a lot of legends. I mean, Eminem, Dre. Mary J. Blige, super cool. Snoop, super cool. I mean, I'm not going to say the word, but Snoop Dogg smoking the ganja on stage, that's a whole prop. And guess what? Plus 300 that it's a no. Or plus 300, that it's a no. I would like to put some money on this. Snoop Dogg doesn't care.
No way, because, I mean, players are going to walk back on the field and...
It's big. I don't care. It's so fine. Snoop doesn't care. Dude.
I know Snoop would love it.
I just think Snoop doesn't care and he'd try to sneak it in. Snoop's nuts.
Plus 300.
Dude, I'm just saying, there's money to be made for some dude who doesn't care. Wrap up Super Bowl and jump into just quick UFC and wrap it up?
Yeah, UFC.
Cool.
271. I'm slowly getting more into it.
Yeah, dude, we're going to watch a whole other card. Yeah, after this one, this kid's hooked. I guarantee it.
Very excited.
It's going to become basketball and UFC podcast.
I sat down. I sat down. I typed up. I looked up UFC. I saw the whole card. I saw all the pictures, and I saw the cool graphics. And I was looking at all the records and their age.
They do a really good job of that.
I was doing a little deep dive. Can't really remember the whole thing, but the thought process, I saw everything. And I was like, all right, this is what I'm going to.
You should start the vlog series.
Yes.
So they do this thing called Embedded. I mean, you guys watch this. I don't know if anyone's into that. I mean, I know some of you are, just because I know who listens to this. But those who aren't, a great way to do it is just pick obviously go buy it if you choose. Pay $80, I don't care. But just find a fight night. They're on ESPN. Really easy to watch. There's one next weekend, one the weekend after. Completely free. But another really fun way to get into it, if you're going to buy a pay-per-view, it's called the Embedded series. They do a full documentary before, which is an hour, 10 minutes on each of the top 5 fights. Really break you down, go to their hometowns. Really, like, you get a total vibe. And then they do Embedded, which is a 6-episode, 8 to 11 minute vlog series where they're following the fighters leading up to the fight. So cool. You watch the last one, it really just gets you cool. Then you're watching, you're like, I remember that dude, like, he fights out there in Colorado with blah, blah, blah. So, like, it really gets you into it. I guess I'll just fire it off just to throw it out there. So, Israel Adesanya and Robert Whittaker are from Australia and New Zealand. So, the highest attendance ever was 65,000 in Auckland, New Zealand. It's the biggest ever, which is like a football stadium. I mean, that's absurd. Like, that shows the levels. And that was when Robert Whittaker was the interim champ, and Israel Adesanya, who is 51-1 is what I meant to say. 51-1 in his MMA career, 30 known kickboxing, comes over here, had one loss to Jan Blachowicz when he moves up a weight class to fight a bigger dude. Literally, his only loss is to go up 15 pounds and fight a dude he had no business fighting.
Jeez.
He's the most fun fighter to watch, I think. But that was the biggest fight ever, mainly because of the location thing. If you have Australia and New Zealand right next to each other, like a continent and a country, like just really like, just basically you have 100 million, like millions of people all loving these two guys, and then they fought. That was in 2018. Israel Adesanya has had the belt since then, defended that weight class 5 times, win up, loss, and is now ready to defend this belt. This is number 2. The funny part about this, when you're that dominant, it's not even like does Robert Whittaker, I mean, Izzy won all 3 rounds. So it's not like oh wow, he almost lost, does he deserve a rematch? It was like who do we fight? Who do we have him fight? Oh wait, we could make a big card. But Robert Whittaker, since entering the UFC, I could be wrong, and I'll call myself out next podcast if I'm wrong. I believe he's won 7 of 8 fights, and the 1 loss being Israel Adesanya. He went and won 3 in a row, I believe, since losing against Izzy. So no one deserves this more than him. And I don't mean to poo-poo his career by saying that, but I'm just saying that when you're that dominant, it's funny because you have to go back around to where he started. Oh, you lost, but he deserves another shot. So I think you don't get trilogy fights unless you win. If Robert knocks him out, though, the biggest fight in the history of UFC, and Dan already hinted at it, he's like, if Robert knocks him out, we're heading to Australia, and we're going to bump that capacity up to like 80,000. Yeah. And just literally make the biggest thing ever. But super cool. And, I don't know who you picked on that one. I have Israel Adesanya. He's a minus 280. Whittaker's a plus 220.
Yeah, I got him at 275.
Yeah, so depends where you're booking at, but he'll move up. I mean, it's I would, if you're going to bet on it, I would do it now because he will move up. I think I got it at 260. He's super dominant. Call him the style bender for a reason. He's the greatest kickboxer, in his weight class, arguably ever, to just literally move every kickboxing division and win. But super fun, and even if you don't like it, he's just really cool story. Like, I was listening to the Embedded thing, and he literally said he doesn't want to get married, and he doesn't celebrate his birthday because he thinks fight week is more important than both. So, like, people that think like that, and Robert Whittaker, owns gyms all over Australia, just really, they both have deep impacts of bringing the UFC to a part of the world that really didn't accept it or not even existed. I'm just a big fan of that. And, you've seen that it's an art form, and these dudes have lives and personalities, and that's what got you more into it, right? Yeah.
It's an art form, and it's not as barbaric. I feel like people really go about, but it's super cool,
especially with these two, though, with black belt jiu-jitsus and world-class kickboxing champions fighting each other. It's not 2 dudes in a ring. In a cage.
You
go Izzy on that, though?
Yeah, Izzy took him.
Who do you have the next one? Because this is, I'm sorry to go, but this is another fun one. Derek Lewis, the Black Beast, is his nickname. Super fun dude.
And then Chewy.
Tuivasa, I can never say his last name.
Chewy.
So I watched him knock some dude out in Vegas, hop on, put a happy dad in a shoe, spike it, drink it out of someone else's shoe, spike it, go to an after party. These dudes are so fun. Derek Lewis literally will say he doesn't want a belt, he wants money. Derek Lewis doesn't like 5-round fights. He's like, that's too long, 3 only. These dudes both are here for the fun. The running joke is they're having the same after party after this. They're here for the money, the fun, and super cool guys. Derek Lewis, I think, is a minus 175. I don't know what he's moved to. I'm gonna pick Tui. Big ol' Shoey Tui at
Me too. I heard that he'll he talked about Derek Lewis can shoey him or something some crazy thing.
The quote was, and stop listening if you're gonna get grossed out, but he said he's gonna take Derek Lewis's cup because he has where he takes his pants off because his balls are hot. He's gonna take Derek Lewis's cup that covers his nuts and
do a shoey
do a shoey out of that, which is nasty.
So I'm I'm hammering a shoey guy.
He's super fun though, and 4-fight win streak, 3 straight knockouts. So, if you want to bet the mortgage on anything, just be a complete idiot all weekend, bet the under. It's 1.5. If you bet under 3...
I saw it, I was whoa.
1.5, because it's always... It's usually 1.5 or 2.5 in a... if it's going to be a shorter or a longer fight, it'd be 2.5. But, I mean, in 5-round fights, it's always 2.5 or 3.5, even depending on the fighters. It's 1.5, and I would bet under 1. Like I think we see, anywhere from 90 seconds to 120 seconds, right around that 2-minute mark. Someone's sleeping. So that's if you're gonna watch anywhere, watch there and up.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Another guy. I forgot how far away this was on the card, but I was like, Derek Brunson.
Yeah, so they're
Jared,
right before. Cannonier. Super good card.
Yeah,
Fight.
I took. I forgot why my reasoning, but I was like Brunson.
Yeah, so I like Brunson
not
too.
just because of the number 140, but I was like, I like stats. I think age also implemented it for me.
They're both. That's the fun part. I mean, they both have the same range, same weight.
Yeah. One dude has, I think, long hair. One guy doesn't.
Yep.
Took the guy with not long hair.
Yeah. So both super talented. This is another. I mean, they couldn't have. It's not like a super card with two. I mean, I like to call those ones like with 2 championship fights, but one hell of a card. Oh, and I forgot to mention too. I mean, I watched Derek Lewis fight actually 2 years ago today, which is the 9th. Well, I actually watched him fight and win in the same arena.
That's crazy.
In Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. So that's the reason. Part of the reason Derek's a bigger favorite. I mean, it's funny. The fight I went to, he didn't win it.
Yeah.
He won it because he was in Houston. He lost 2 of the 3 rounds, and people were livid. But yeah, that's a really, really good one. They built this card really good. I mean, Jared Cannonier and Brunson, they're middleweight, so heavyweights are 265. They're $185. So the size difference. These dudes are going to sit there and wail and kickbox and probably might go all 3 rounds.
Because I saw their rankings and it looked like pretty even.
Yeah, I mean it's a coin flip, man.
Yeah.
It's a really good fight, and really the winner of that, you're not pushing to Izzy, but you're. I mean, if one of those dudes wins really dominantly, you're one more win away from arguing to fight Israel Adesanya coming up. But they built. I'm just saying they built the card really, really nice to have it be. Those dudes fight really important fight, and then do 2 big dudes that aren't going to last long, and then a super gnarly main event. So, God, I love this sport, and you've got more hooked on it. My sister's gonna be in town. We're gonna have a little back-to-back party. It's gonna be really fun. I mean, Super Bowl, pay-per-view, and then Super Bowl. It's my kind of weekend.
Yeah.
Thrilled.
Any other things?
No, I think we're all good.
Sweet.
Stacked episode.
Yeah, stacked episode. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll have a new one either Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
Depending on.
Shoot for Monday afternoon.
Yeah, Monday afternoon. Hopefully.
We're not recording Super Bowl night.
No, we will not be able to.
One thing with our minute, we would like to petition the Monday after the Super Bowl to be a national American holiday, as it is the most watched thing in America. People have the most parties for it. It's the most important day outside of Christmas and New Year's. And just want to say,
let our brains.
It's also the most called out day in America.
Oh,
Most people call out. Most kids don't go to school. It's an American holiday.
Yes, come on.
That's my petition.
Since he's already doing it, why not the whole world do it? We all love the Super Bowl.
I didn't go to school after we caught a W in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I would not expect that at all. So yeah, hopefully everyone liked this video, wherever you're watching on Apple, Spotify, or even on YouTube. Got the
TikTok starting this week. We got
TikTok starting, getting the clips going. So hopefully you'll all enjoy this and have a great day.
Later.